Everyone, welcome. What's just been in the market today? We have a new job search tool that is powered by AI. This is called JobsAI.Work. This is a very powerful tool for anybody who is seeking a job, who is searching for a job. Now, it's a new tool for those who are aggressively looking for work and want to invest some money rather than time. This is auto apply. It's called JobsAI.Work, and it's a search engine for jobs rather than you wasting so many hours trying to adapt resumes, cover letters. This does it for you completely automated. It has the auto reply features. It is a voice avatar. I'm just going to go through a quick review for those who want to learn and sign in, and they will take a look from there. So it's called JobsAI.Work. You could see stop applying, start interviewing. That's basically what it does. You want to immediately, it's powered by AI. It does the reviews. It helps you. So how it works, upload your resume, we find and match jobs. We auto apply for you. You land interviews guaranteed. That's basically what it does. So you see here, this, and that. So that's how it works. Now, what are the features? Again, you can see AI job discovery. So you auto discover the jobs, auto apply for you. It tailors your resume to that specific job. And then it does an ATS scanner. What recruiters do is that they match your jobs against the job description and give you a score. This is what it does. Personalize a cover letter. It does a company research on the company. It gives you a salary intelligence in case you're trying to figure out what you might earn. Interview prep, it prepares you for interview, right? Those are some of the features. The interview prep, again, has an AI written code. So if you want to just go ask questions, pay that job, it uses the mastering your answers and star story. Some people, they don't know about the star method of answering questions. This one helps you a lot to do that. And it has an AI voice interview. So it interviews you with your voice. Let's say you want an audio interview based on the job description and your resume, and it gives you a report afterwards, right? And they have the AI avatar room. You face a realistic video interviewer, somebody who looks at you, you look at the person, and they goes through the interview process, and then you at the end of the day, you have a report on how you performed, right? Salaries, this just shows you general salaries of what people earn per job. You could put a job like a title here, and it's going to give you an estimate of what happens, right? You could explore other options, you could calendar and meet somebody. Now, frequently asked questions, you could go here, check out some of the questions. Is my resume, yes, the templates we use clean, personalized. Can JobSAI tailor my resume to a specific job? Yeah, it says that that's the core of it. For each role, JobSAI writes your summary and bullets to match the job description, truthfully, never inventing experience, and shows you a before and after. What changed? I can always do. You could go to a frequency asked questions, very, very important, very intuitive. You could learn a lot from there. And they have the contact me. You could always write a contact letter, maybe reach out to them, WhatsApp, text message, call, or most especially book a meeting, right? You could book a meeting with support. So they have support, and that's how it works. So you could go, that's the homepage, go right down and you see what's there. They have more than 5 million jobs, and they constantly search jobs. So where did they get the jobs? They source the jobs from many, many places, right? From different locations. So you see here, interview book, offer assigned, while you sleep, the jobs are getting applied for you. So applying for 127,000 jobs, and these are some of the reviews. Apply more, interview more. That's the idea. Then you have the enterprise for people, big companies that may want to use the tool. You can always book a demo, contact support, and they're going to talk to you. So these are some of the common questions. You could go through the common questions. The complete job search toolkit gives you the idea, and then some of the keywords here. Stop applying, start interviewing. That's the idea. You start an auto apply, you log in. Once you log in, most important, the first thing you need to do is to set up your profile. So this is a profile already set up. I set up to see it gives you an idea. Based on your profile, it's going to tell you how many potential jobs you have, and things like that. The gap in progress, how many you've applied for. Based on that, it's going to give you an idea. But here's the thing. You want to, first of all, the first thing you want to do is you want to set up your profile. In setting up your profile, you have 3 areas you need to set up. You need to upload a resume. You can upload multiple resumes. You need to give your job preference, and you need to your apply profile. So if you upload, for example, your resume here, you upload multiple resumes. It's going to scan your resume, optimize it, and gives a score, right? In your resume, you can equally import it from link, upload a resume to translate it for you. So whichever things you want. So you upload your resume here. So that's the first thing you want to do, right? The second thing you want to do is your job preferences. What kind of jobs you want? What are your skills? Do you want a remote job, hybrid, on-site? Which city are you in? What's your salary expectations? Some of these fields are optional, right? And then what kind of level you are, you put the kind of, maybe there are some companies. Imagine that there are some companies you don't want to apply for. Right? Let's say there are companies that you don't want your resume to go to because it automatically applies. Let's say you are working in a company called Google and you don't want to apply again to Google. You want to go maybe to Microsoft or so. So you want to make sure you put the company, say, you could put the company name, or you put a domain. You could say anything that has to go to google.com. You don't want anything. So you blacklist a company, maybe a current or former employer. Block jobs are flagged in there so that you don't apply to current or former employer. It's not, it just keeps it, right? And then you want to auto mode their options. You want to auto mode that for you to apply on your behalf. So fully hands off. You just sit behind and you come and check your profile. It sends you a copy of an email. We want to just a hybrid mode where you double check the jobs before you apply and things like that. So you want to set up, you want to receive copies in your email, right? Once you receive copies in your email, these copies are going to come in. So you save your profile here. It says your preference ready for auto discovery. So that's the second thing you want to do. This third thing you want to do is your apply profile, right? Apply profile is your name, your email, your employee status. Are you actively looking? Are you just your address, your profile, your LinkedIn profile, your GitHub profile? If you do have, again, these are optional. You must not have your company website, your education level. You want to set that your certificate. You want to add certificates here. You can add certificates, more certificates. You want to add certificates. Your eligibility. Are you a citizen of your work authorization? Citizen. You want to add a country, maybe add security clearance. What's your level of security? Sort of people who are doing government opportunities. Your languages, right? You want to add your languages, your identification. Most of it is optional, but this is information that certain forms the tool may have to fill online. Let's say you apply some jobs boards, they require this tool, right? Your email, your password. So let's say you're going to, it sees a job on Indeed or a job board, and it automatically goes to that job, opens some jobs. They do require you to fill a profile online, to fill your information, answer questions. Are you you even check some boxes. So sometimes they say create a profile on our company. So you go to that company, you create a profile and you fill all that information. So this tool automatically does it for you. You don't have to go on every company website, fill their form, and then check all those things, fill their form, and it says follow up. No, this tool automatically does that for you. So it opens the file, fills it for you, and then you save here. Once you save, it says profile save, ready for auto apply. So that's the most important thing you want to do. You want to make sure you set up these two things. So once you set up this one, it will tell you find and apply for jobs. So you could find out and apply for jobs, and you can start looking for jobs. One thing you want to do is, if you do need help, you want to book a free call, and then you want to book a free call here, and you book an appointment, and it's going to tell you it's a free 30 minutes call, no cost, no tokens, how to use a tool, how to land a job, negotiate thousands. So you book a call, and somebody's going to schedule a call, talk to somebody, and then you're going to see how you need help with maybe your job search, your profile. You need help with all that, right? You want to do that. Now, the other aspect, there are many aspects of this. So we've talked on the dashboard. Of course, the dashboard is the first thing you come to. You see what you have on your dashboard. But on your dashboard, it's going to do a scan. It tells you your status. You've done a written practice, voice avatar, interview offer. It tells you probably recent jobs that you're looking at. It tells you the jobs you've saved, interviewing, and all that information. So it gives you a resume, skills gap, a profile, stuff like that. So Let's go over to the next section, which says you set up your profile, you want to auto apply. So you could do a job search here. On your job search board, you could do search here. There are thousands of jobs, right? Thousands, more than 5 million jobs, and constantly increasing. You search your jobs. Once you search your jobs, maybe in the United States, if you change your country, you could change your country to here, Canada. They do offer Canada, United Kingdom, Europe. You could search even jobs in Africa. You could search jobs in specific countries in Europe. Let's say you want to go to the United Kingdom. You do a search right there, right? It was found on LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn found a job. It's there. It's in the UK and stuff like that. You want to put the title of the job you want. If you don't know, you leave it blank. So another thing is you could do is discover jobs. You have other jobs, the jobs I've discovered. You could edit preferences and go with these. My jobs, the jobs I've already searched. Some of the jobs that you've taken, you've applied, it tells you applied here, 8 total jobs, resume tailored, 77% match, applied to 1. So let's say I want to apply to this job now. You just click here, apply. It's going to apply, or you select all. You say agent to apply to 8 jobs. So what it does is it optimizes for each job. It tailors the resume. So resume tailored. So it says here, resume tailored, cover letter tailored, ATS scan, and then apply for it. They automatically apply for the job. So you optimize and apply for all jobs, right? And then if you have multiple resumes, you're going to choose which resume you want to do. So 8 selected, and this is what it's going to do cost you. So, and it gives you a token cost again. Of course, this is not free. It costs you some bits of tokens. You buy tokens. This is your token meta here. It tells you how much you have, how much is going down. So let's say you go down here, you say imported job. You could equally import a job. Let's say you found a job somewhere, you found a link or somebody sent you a link. You could either import it with a URL, or you paste the job here, or you upload the file. Let's say you have a file. Somebody sends you a job on LinkedIn and say, oh, that's the job. I want you to apply for this job. So you come here and then you upload the file, and it's going to do the same thing. It's going to help you now get a job and get all that done. So they have approval key resume and cover letter. You've approved some jobs. Your application status, it looks at the jobs you've applied. So it gives you here, these are the jobs we've applied that we had. Only applied for one job. You could check and apply for this one. They say one apply here. You can say apply. It's going to tailor the job, interview, everything is going. So every step that it moves, it gives you an update, right? Your inbox. So anything that they send to you, they're going to CC you, or you could connect your Gmail, and then you get Jobs reads recruiters replies. So JobsAI reads recruiter replies into this inbox and lets you reply. They are sent through your own account. So employers see a real email from you. So you don't have to do anything. It gets into your email, connects to your email, reads your email, and reply to that job. Let's say you have it's your private email. It's going to reply only to specific jobs. It's not going to just read all your email. It's just going to reply only to jobs that emails that are related to jobs requests. Like let's say you're applying for a job, it's going to reply for you. If you are somebody who is busy, you are going to work and you 9 to 5, you don't have time to come and sit down and be replying to these emails or applying for jobs. This is a very good tool for you, for somebody who is busy. You get it done. So auto reply activities, it tells you how many jobs you've auto replied. Enable auto reply in your preferences, and the job AI will search and apply for jobs every night while you sleep. So while you sleep, it automatically applies for jobs for you, right? Once you enable it, Jobs AI applies on your behalf every night. Yes, what? Run. So another thing, how auto reply works, it explains to you. Every morning, Jobs Apply searches for new jobs matching your preferences, scores them against your resume, applies to any match above your threshold, automatically tailoring your resume and writing a cover letter for each job. Needs review means the job board requires manual submission in LinkedIn. Your tailored resume and cover letter are ready. Just click apply in your jobs list, right? If you need to review it, you could just click apply and then thank you replies and recruiter responses go to your email on file. So all the thank you messages that they reply, it goes into your email that you've had on file. So you get all that done. Documentation here, resume, of course, we've talked about that. You have your resume. Once you upload your resume, it takes some time for it to analyze your resume. This is version 1. You could do another version. You could download the resume. You could rename it. right? It could rename your resume. You could delete the resume. You could score it again, right? You could import it from LinkedIn. We've talked about it. Skill profile again. You can analyze your skills. Apply profile. You upload your apply profile here. You upload it. The LinkedIn profile now. You could, but people need to optimize their LinkedIn profile, right? This is a very good tool. Optimize your LinkedIn profile. It helps you arrange your LinkedIn profile. Content Studio. Now, this is very, very important. Now, it's your visibility that count on your LinkedIn profile. Very, very important. If you are somebody who has to post jobs, sometimes you have to post write-ups on LinkedIn. It helps you post write-up. Let's say content, so you want to create content for your public profile, right? Or if you are any topic, must not be any topic in your field, right? Maybe you're an engineer, you are doing something, or any topic in your field. You want to create an article and post it on LinkedIn, for example, because we post articles to show, because that's how recruiters to see you. The way that you want to keep on regularly posting articles so that recruiters can know that you know your subject matter. So you want to make it professional, educational, celebratory. Maybe it's a win. You want to make it celebratory, educational. Maybe you want to keep it standard, article, short, whatever I think is on LinkedIn. You see people write on LinkedIn all the time. Most of it, they don't manually sit there and write on it. They come here and they look at a topic that they like. They say they want to make an article, they want to make it short. Let's say they want to make this one short. So you generate it. It's going to auto-generate it here. And it's going to say, see, we made it short, 4 Microsoft Azure migration steps that are critical. You see, migration to Microsoft Azure. Don't skip these critical steps. You put it here. This is a short story that we generated, and you can copy and open LinkedIn and post it there. It gives you even the hashtags. You could copy, you could mark posted, you could put the year, the time that you posted it, whichever time. You see, and then these are other articles that I've written, right? These are other articles below. So you could do. So this is very critical for your LinkedIn optimizer. Browse extension. So you could have extensions that you want to use. You want to download this extension. It gives you instructions on how to do it. You could check your extensions, make sure that these extensions are working. Extensions are something that the tool automatically uses to apply for jobs for you. So you could add those extensions for you. Now, another part we want to talk about is the interview prep, interview body. So I'm going to talk about the interview body here. Let's start with the interview body, interview prep, interview body here. Interview body is that tool that for the people who need help during an interview, like live help. Let's say you want that during the interview, there's an AI that listens to the interviewer, gives you questions on the side, and they don't see it on your screen. So the questions are automatically. So there's been a lot of questions now about people using AI to answer questions. This tool helps you. Now the answers appear directly on your screen. The question comes up, the answers are generated live, and then you answer them. So including your premium plan, it's a desktop. The Live Assist desktop app is a final testing. It's part of your plan at no extra cost. You see, so you download for Mac or Windows. Important, the desktop app only detects audio from the interviewer, not your microphone. So if you are testing alone, the app won't pick up any audio. This doesn't mean it's broken. The app works perfectly during actual interviews when someone else is speaking. So invisible to screen share, here's the interviewer, answers on the fly. Surface tailored questions points the moment questions lands. So this tool is out there already. A lot of people are using it. Now you have to be smart to answer questions. And the written coach now, you have a written coach, you have a voice interviewer, you have an avatar. So yeah, you have this, they have two of them. Let's say this job, you want to go for this job. You go for written, it's going to go with you, answer questions, track and everything, voice interviewer. So it scans the job. You could run an ATS scan, it gives you a score for that job. Tailor resume, that's your tailor resume right there. This is the original resume. This is what has changed. They've optimized it to this one to optimize the job. They've added these ones there. So it goes to the job. There's a cover letter for this job. So it creates a cover letter, whichever way you want it, warm, concise. You could copy it, download text. This is a cover letter. This is an interview prep. You could do an interview prep here for this specific job, answers questions and things like that. There's a mock interview here. You could do a voice mock interview. So you start a session. You could either do a behavioral, technical, leadership, or mix. So you could do any of them. It gives you a balance of your tokens. Follow up. You could write a follow-up letter. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. I haven't heard back after applying, completing. Thank you for the interview. Application has gone quiet. Check in. You're checking in. Generate a check-in letter, right? Check-in letter is going to generate a check-in letter for you. So you click on it. It says, "Dear hiring team, I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to check in regarding my application for the full stack developer DevOps. I understand the hiring process can be lengthy, and I remain very interested in the opportunity." And that you give your thing, you sign it here, you send it. You could regenerate. If you don't like this version, you regenerate bottom here, you regenerate the data, it gives you a different version. Company, you want to research the company. You are researching this company, click here, research. It's going to run a research for that company, right? It gives you the company culture, what they need. So it gives you an idea about what the company is. You get a lot of this about the company, why people love it, common criticisms. You have an idea about the company, size, the information take, the salary. You want to do a research, do a salary analysis. It gives you a salary analysis, analyzing compensation data, what it is, and things like that. So gives you a salary, about the job, the type, whatever you're going to do. Here you have to give for those who need this information. Voice interview. So you want to start an interview by voice, behavioral, technical, leadership, mix. You want to mix all of them. It gives you a voice interview. So you start a voice interview right there. Another option that they have is avatar room, right? This one, you could choose an avatar, right? Like this video, your executive, let's say HR recruiter here, and they have the camera here. You enter the room, it takes it for you. So you answer the questions here, and it gives you voice. So yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity, and I'm gonna talk to you later. Thank you. I mean, I like the company and everything is there. It looks good. So yes, so if you're answering, it goes here, it records it. Your video will be coming here, the avatar will be coming here. So you want to end and analyze. So once you end and analyze, it gives you a report of the interview, right? It gives you your report. We couldn't capture enough to score you reliably. So it says you couldn't capture enough. We only picked 0 words of spoken answers and stuff like that. So they couldn't score you enough. And so that's why this. So this is very, very good for people. It's a very good tool. Again, insights here. You want to, on the insights page, you want to do analysis. You want to, this your analysis gives you some core information about your job, salaries. It gives you salary information, referrals pages. If you want to send somebody your link, right? You send somebody your link. The person is going to use your link, and the person is going to register for this program, and you're going to get probably maybe, I don't know, 1,000. Yeah, you get 1,000 tokens after 1,000. So referral gets 1,000 tokens. This is a lot. You could use it to apply for more jobs and things like that. So you have your referral link here. If you want somebody to apply, put it here. And they have feature requests. If you have something you feel like something you want to add, right? You want to submit. Let's say it's about LinkedIn. You put it here, category, auto apply, put a category, and then you say submit request. Once you submit request, it's going to go here. So that's the menu. Another thing, you have your token here. We're going to talk about preferences that you may adjust when they talk about this. Billing and tokens. Again, if for some reason you can buy a plan, but let's say you're working and you want to just buy some tokens on the side, right? You want to top up. You could always top up here, maybe $10. You click here to buy these tokens. You're going to come up here, and then you put in your information here, and then you buy additional tokens to use, right? So that's very important. If you just want to add your tokens, you could buy packages. But again, it's cheaper to just book a plan and you go from there. And then again, you could schedule a meeting, and you could schedule a call, and you're good to go. Another option that we have here is you have the chat here. If you have any question, maybe you want to ask questions about tokens, ask questions about how do I cancel my application fail, what's the interview guarantee. You have here what's the interview guarantee. It's going to tell you the 90-day interview guarantee ensures that if you actively use JobsAI and do not secure an interview within 90 days, you will receive a refund. There are specific conditions. So it tells you 90-day money back guarantee, right? So you could go here, ask your questions. Always, if you want to ask any question, you can always ask the questions here. and the AI support tool is going to reply to you. So you have that there. And I think this is just a rundown. I'm going to be doing a video on how to use specific areas of the job application tool. But again, this is the ultimate for people applying, especially if you want to. There's a Chrome extension. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about other aspects. So this we've covered in brief all the areas that I don't think there's any area that we haven't covered here. Tokens, set up profile, job board, and you could see this is your job board. First screen you log into, this is your name. It tells you jobs that are currently and counting. They are currently searching and adding and looking at other reaches, right? You could do a job search, you could do an import a job if you want to. If somebody sends you a job on LinkedIn, you could import it and it gives you your stages, whatever it is. So we've covered most of this. I think you're good to go. If there's any other thing else, again, you could always go back to the home page and you check it from there. So yeah, so this has been this is very exciting and it's very good for people who are constantly searching for jobs. And if you're searching and you're in the job market, this is definitely a tool you want to have. You get this tool, you want to work on start applying for jobs. You don't have to apply; the job automatically applies for you. So people are using it. Some people are like, "How come I'm not having interviews? How come I'm not having a call?" Because you are manually always trying. Job search has become a job on its own. You don't want job search to become a job on its own. It's very tiring. I feel like nobody's calling you. You're not getting any calls back. You're not getting interviews booked because people are becoming smart. Nobody wants to go there and tell you this is what they are doing. But people are becoming smarter. Jobs are becoming scarce. It's more and more difficult. Apply for jobs. Some people, of course, they're going to adapt the job in multiple tools like ChatGPT and do that again. But how many times can you do that for how many jobs? So the one job that may call you for an interview, you may be applying to the wrong one. But this one says if you're applying for 100 jobs every day, you are targeting at least in 3 months' time, you should at least have an interview or maybe one interview a month or 2 interviews every month. If you're a busy professional, and you have worked 9 to 5, when do you come and apply for this job? So that's the challenge a lot of people are having, right? So you just have to be smart about it. Again, it comes with some investment. Again, everything is an investment for building the tool. So for those of you who are interested or actively searching or who are busy working 9 to 5 and now you still have to search for jobs, book interviews, you want to be smart about it, right? So that's it about the tool, and hope you give your comments, write your comments, your feedback, and let's see how there are some AI tools out there. Let's see. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think about this tool. Bye for now.